No clip. Figured I'd let y'all go because got a guest.
It's Maven, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's midday with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we get into the second hour of Sports Talk Radio here on Middays with Marcus Maven, let's go to the phone lines. Kevin, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's going on? Hey, man, y'all was talking about Petrino, said it's going to be the last time to talk about him, but I was wanting to say something that what I was talking to people about the other day is in regards to Petrino. You know, the fan base is sort of like being married and going on vacation, because my wife does it to me. I do all the legwork, travel agent, rental cars, search for hotels and stuff like that, and then I do all that. She don't say nothing. As soon as we get there, she's got all the answers and want to tell you which way to go and all that. And I feel the same way about the fans. I said the one thing about Satterfield, you know, I was withholding, you know, judgment on him, but one thing I can say about him is I trust him because I think he did what he said he was going to do on his press conference, as far as, you know, people were kind of making a big, you know, making fun of him a little bit about, you know, saying culture so much,
right,
and family and stuff like that. But I believe he really is executing that, so I believe him. And I never did believe Petrino. I didn't trust Petrino ever since he met over in that airport over in Clark County with Auburn, you know, without telling anybody.
Right.
And even when we got him back, you know, the things that he went through with the motorcycle, I mean, you respected him as a coach and you wanted him to win, but you didn't really trust his word. And I think that he mishandled the personnel things, especially quarterback. We had a quarterback controversy every year except for Lamar's junior year. You know, we had, you know, and then you have fans that at each other's neck about Bolin and Bonifant and Lamar and stuff like that went on. And then the only time, you know, we didn't have it is that Lamar won the Heisman his junior year. You knew he was a quarterback and everybody was cool with it.
Right.
And so I'm saying all that to say that I trust Satterfield, and whatever he says is going to be the quarterback. I think fans should just sit back and put the rest of this whole Petrino era, you know, trying to coach from the sidelines, and just trust that man that he's going to have a quarterback in there to do what he wants to do, and whoever he has in there,
right,
that should just be the end.
No, Kevin, I appreciate the call. That's what we tried to do, Kevin. We were trying to put the Petrino era to rest, and you just unloaded on Petrino. Not only that, I don't want you to miss the most important part of this whole story that you told, Kevin, of your call. Did it just go past you, Steve, that he told us his wife lets him make all the traveling arrangements?
Yeah, that's love.
Congratulations,
yeah, I appreciate that,
Kevin.
Man. Yeah, that you was have the bigger...
you know what, Kevin? I can tell you don't appreciate a good home.
Yeah.
Because if she lets you make all these arrangements,
I know,
and only says something when you get down there, you won.
That's why you don't hear a lot of negative words about Miss Rummage on the show, because people know I pretty much get to go to games when I want to go, get to do what I want to do. If I want to take off to Nashville, I take off to Nashville. Like, you know, I'm like, so we're good. Everything's good.
Kevin.
I know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so good for that. Anyways.
Okay. So,
all right.
So kind of moving along. Matt Willinger. This is a long time coming.
It is.
People.
It is.
This is a very, very seasoned radio personality who is not joining us exclusively as radio personality, but on behalf of
Louisville alumni.
How about that? Listen, I always knew, you know, hey, we always knew you had it in you. No, hey, if you've probably heard Matt. You remember Matt. If you hear that voice and you don't, you probably heard him on with Hallie Lindsay, different ones all through the years.
I've been around a while.
He's been around for a while, yeah. So been doing a lot of things. So I had to say that because now people are like, oh, that guy.
Oh yeah, that guy, that Matt Willinger.
Yeah. So now he's all in with Louisville, and we're gonna talk some football. But first,
okay, Matt, don't be bashful. Like,
okay.
you know what you're doing. You're a professional.
Yes, sir.
Fan party. You're in charge of making sure we have a place to go when we get down to Nashville. Give us some details.
Exactly. Well, one of the things I like best about working for Louisville alumni is a lot of times people look to us to bring the fun. And so Louisville's playing in Nashville this weekend, Western Kentucky. So we're helping to bring the fun.
Why are you just now coming to this show on behalf of Louisville alumni?
I just got invited.
Yeah, that's fair.
Come on, I don't do the pop.
Louisville alumni do not need invites to Middays with Marcus Maben. You knock on the door.
I know.
And I turn around and I say, come on in.
He come in. He said, "Look, I'm just right over here. Why don't we have lunch?"
I walk down here. I'll be down here once a week.
Yes.
You should be here once a week.
Tuesdays at 11 with Matt Willinger, alumni.
Listen, that's a deal.
Okay.
That's
we're
an
not
absolute
playing.
Deal.
That way you can come in, you can vent, you can get it off your palate, the week that was and stuff. We'll talk. Yeah, 'cause we need
Matt
to do that.
Willinger, book it.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is good.
Yep.
Cool. Well, so here's what we got going. For everybody going to Nashville this weekend, and if you're on the fence, maybe this will sway you to make that trip down there. We've got the ultimate pregame fan party. It's at the Wild Horse Saloon.
Okay.
The best part is that it is free to everyone. So no RSVP needed. You don't need to click and download tickets. You don't need to call ahead. Just get to Nashville and show up. It's the Wild Horse Saloon. It's right there on 2nd Avenue.
Have you ever been to the Wild Horse Saloon, Steve?
Have I ever been to the Wild Horse Saloon?
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, you'll learn. That's what he does. So
I cannot hold my thoughts when they pop in my head.
I haven't been to the Wild. I've been to Coyote Ugly in Panama City. I don't think that's the same thing.
No, the reason I asked that is I feel like when Louisville was facing like Georgia Tech in Nashville back in.
That
was the meetup place back then too. I'm not sure, but it just
it may have been because I'm not going into detail, but that was a big weekend for your life in general.
When I first got back out,
so that would be neat if that's
so.
That's
probably
was.
Okay, Wild Horse Saloon, ready, set, go.
Wild Horse Saloon, easy to remember. Here's two things that you need to remember. It's free to get in. And it starts at 11 a.m. Central Time. Now, that's the biggest thing. Nashville's down on Central Time, so this event's going to run from 11 to 2. And here's what we'll have for you. All you have to do is show up. We've got a barbecue buffet. We've got handcrafted cocktails. We're calling the Cardinal Spirit from Maker's Mark, our official bourbon partner.
Wow.
We've got free hand-stamped custom leather key straps with the U of L logo on it.
Oh, gosh.
Not bad, right? And then, like I said, all of this is free. It's from 11 to 2. All you have to do is show up, but all of it is on a first-come, first-served basis.
Okay.
And so you know how Cardinal fans are. Don't expect to walk in at the very end and get all your free stuff.
Sure.
Get there early, show up, bring your friends, bring your family, have a great time.
I don't think Steve and I feel like we should be included in the first-come, first-served Louisville leather straps. So, as a new member of the Middays with Marcus Maben on Tuesday, Matt, you have to bring us our Louisville leather straps.
I'm part of the team now.
Yeah, you'll learn.
You'll learn. I got to take care of my guys.
Yeah, you'll learn.
That is an absolute must. Okay, we'll revisit that later on to make sure.
Because that's a big deal. Because that's all free, and I know there's going to be a lot of people going down. And here's the deal: there's going to be a lot of people that day I've talked to are just going down that day. So if you're going down that morning and you're going to come back that evening, that gives you something to do.
Well,
once
and
you
it
get down
saves you
there.
from packing up the tent and the cooler and all the stuff that comes with it. Just get in the car, bring your friends, bring your family, whatever. Show up to this, have a great time.
Where is Wild Horse as far as stadium-wise?
I believe it's walkable.
Okay.
So that when we were planning all of this and figuring it all out, we didn't want to be somewhere out on the outskirts and then make it inconvenient for everybody.
Okay.
So get down to Wild Horse, and then everything should be pretty accessible
it's
from there.
upstairs and downstairs?
Yeah, it's a huge space.
Yeah.
It's a huge space.
That is the place. Didn't they have the band and the pep crowd and the chair? Oh, that is the place.
Man.
No, it's awesome.
And so, and this is a collaboration between Louisville Athletics, Louisville Alumni, and the President's Office. So anybody that's associated with U of L, if you're a U of L fan, this is the place to be.
A lot of photo ops too.
I think Mark Ennis is going to be doing a show down there too, right?
Exactly. Ennis and I think Blankenbaker will be going live from down there. So
cool.
We're all in.
Awesome. Very cool, man. That's awesome.
Okay, well now
we'll definitely get back to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now the radio personality, Matt Willinger, you can put away your notes. I mean, you don't literally have to put away. Okay, listen, you've fought this fight with us. You've been through it.
Yes,
you've been through it. So here you are. Now I'm back on the radio, Matt Willinger. I can't wait to talk Louisville football.
Let's do it.
Let's go from your summer of what kind of year is this going to be? To week 2, are you pleasantly surprised? Are you cautiously optimistic? How have you experienced?
I came in on Monday morning yesterday and told our event staff, start looking at bowl games. Start planning for bowl games. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm thinking I'm seeing a path to bowl eligibility.
Coming in hot
to the point that we were researching which bowls have the ACC tie-ins.
Oh my God, you're worse than us.
So
I love it.
I don't. You might tell me to pump the brakes, but I love what I've seen the first 2 games. Plus, looking around the conference, some of the games that I thought that's going to be an L. All of a sudden, we got a chance in that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me back up a little bit. Let me get your opinion because, like I said, you were actually living through the Petrino and discovery that it wasn't going good.
Both Petrino tenures.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Number 2.
So, I was kind of one of those guys who said the more I found out how bad it was, the better I felt moving forward. Because I'm like, okay, my eyes, like my predictions were based on the talent and stuff like that, but the dysfunction, nobody saw that. Like, that's a total blind spot to the public. But when you find out how bad it was, then you can say, oh, that was the problem. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I have these players. Now it can be cleaned up quicker because it was so bad.
Right.
Now, to restore myself to a baseline, it's gonna mean a decent year, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that the talent was in the locker room. I mean, I'd followed the classes. I'd seen some of the talent. We'd seen it perform on the field. We'd seen the guys perform on the field. I just thought that. I think culture is such an important word, and I think the culture was so bad, and there was such a disconnect that it just started to steamroll.
Do you get as frustrated when you hear the scoff at the word culture?
No, because I get frustrated when I hear the stories about what lack of culture was there under the Petrino. I mean, some of these stories, I'm sure you guys hear them too.
Oh, sure.
You're just thinking, how did they even function day to day?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so now I knew that with Satterfield and his staff and, the kind of love them up type of mentality that they have, you show these guys the love. You show that you can believe in them. You show that you actually care for their well-being as a person, not just on the field. What can you do for me? But how are you doing in life?
Right.
Guys, young men react to that. And that's what we're seeing.
No, that's 100% fact. And kind of what Marcus was saying, I mean, because, see, that did rub me the wrong way. And it rubbed us the wrong way all summer when people would kind of laugh at Satterfield. And even in the media, you would hear a lot of
love them up.
Yeah, the love them, the
culture
and the that's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. But now, here we are week 2. And even Drew said it this morning. He said, well, I mean, tickets are selling more because, more people's going to be going to Nashville. More people were there against that stadium was like 85% full against EKU.
Eastern Kentucky, 80% full stadium is unheard of.
And his thing was, and the reason why I'm saying even Drew is because he's one of them that would drive me nuts with the culture kind of talk. But he said it's because of the way they're playing. They're playing hard. They're giving, and I made a joke earlier in the show, which, again, somebody called me out on the cow thing, which is kind of true. But it kind of feels like you're 2-0, even though you're not.
Yeah.
You're 1-1. But, I mean, so that's why I think you're going to see – you saw that big crowd. You're going to see a big crowd travel to Nissan Stadium. The players are on there. They're telling you to come out. And that's going to continue. And a lot of that is because if there's culture on a team, there ends up being culture in the crowd.
Exactly.
And that's all changing the entire program.
What draws your eyeballs the most? Do you like to look at the running game, the offensive line? Are you excited about the defense? What in particular to you that just like, I just like that group on the field?
One, I love the running backs. I love the running. I know that's an easy one to point to, but I didn't. I mean, some of these guys, I knew that what we had in Hassan Hall. Because you saw it in spurts last year, but then we're starting to see other guys come out. I didn't even know some of these dudes were on the roster, and now they're 100-yard gainers, and so I love that. And then I will say, during the Notre Dame, and I've always been an offensive-based guy. That's one of the fun stuff to talk about. But
absolutely,
Notre Dame game, I turned to my wife. I said, I don't think we had a 3-and-out at all last year.
And
against Notre Dame, it was 3-and-out, 3-and-out. I mean, that defense was holding tough. And now you read what some of the guys are, tweeting about how much they love Coach Brown, and they're coming out on their own. They're tweeting, "I will run through a wall for this guy." And so I'm loving the return of a Louisville defense to know that, okay, it might be a little Charlie Strong type where we're beating teams, 19 to 10, 24 to 12.
Say,
but
are you prepared to deal with that?
You know what? There were a lot of wins during his time. So if the same results happen, I'll be okay with it.
God, do you remember us complaining about that? I feel
I never complained about that.
no, I'm just saying.
Everybody else complained about that.
Yeah, no, but there was. There's a lot of. Because you have a defense now where against Notre Dame, I think there was like 8 times they were within 3 yards. You had third or fourth and 3 or under that they got stops. I know, and
it took you a while to believe that they were going to get a stop.
I know.
Like the first 3 third down stops, you were like, wait a minute, like. You're actually getting stops. Like
it's emotion. It's emotion. Well, no, now it's third quarter.
Does Notre Dame suck?
Yeah, I know.
Are they that bad?
We
didn't trust that.
Louisville released a video yesterday. They do a great job at putting out the videos and
some
stuff.
of those locker room videos were awesome.
I know, and they got one yesterday that kind of recapped the whole day. And one of the announcers from the broadcast, you're listening, and somebody breaks through. I can't remember who it was. Gets a sack, and they say the announcer says Louisville is blanketing a good FCS team in EKU. Right. The announcers were even like, this defense is like EKU can't do anything, and this is a team that put up a lot of points in week 1.
I know it's too early to kind of talk like recruiting effect, but when you get the Josh Minkins locker room. Like that was another thing that the almost faux controversy of the locker room over celebration. What did you think about that?
I loved it. Because it was we'd been hearing all summer about culture, and they're having cookouts, and they're going to movies together, and you're like, okay, great, but I want to see it on the field. It's great that they're all friends and they're all loving them up, but I want to see this on the field. And then you saw the video, kind of behind the scenes in the locker room where they've got the strength coach up and they're going, they're doing all the cheers. That's stuff you can't fake. You can't fake that for the video. And you see it. Okay, all the seeds that they planted during the summer, they've manifested themselves here this fall. And if you're a recruit and you're scrolling through and you're thinking, Louisville's now on my radar, how would you not say, I'm going to at least throw them in the mix to take a visit?
I was explaining it yesterday. Josh Minkins being one of and again, I have to use him because it's his video. He's in that locker room. He's punishing these kids locally on the high school circuit. They respect him. They look up to him. He has a video with himself in the video and the team going crazy behind him. If I am any local recruit, I have not seen. The only other time you see that level of celebration is upset of so and so. Like, think about this.
Yeah.
That locker room looked like it just upset Alabama.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was just a win over EKU. You can't simulate that excitement and see one of us in there with them, somebody I know. And I'm like, that makes it real for the sophomores and juniors, and for the 8th and 9th graders, it makes it a goal, a destiny, to be local.
There's a player in Hardin County. I won't even narrow it down to where they are, just so you don't know. And I know a couple people go to church in that area, so I know some people a couple of the coaches there too. There's a player down there. He's a 4-star player. He come up to visit for the Notre Dame game. Mm-hmm. I asked him, I was like, well, what do you think? Because he's a really good player. I really hope we get him. Great name too. You can look it up. But anyways, it was. He says, man, he said he come back and was like, man, it's different up there. He's like, it's different. And that was the Notre Dame game, and that's him coming up. And this is a guy who's been here last year, who right now is probably leaning Tennessee, Kentucky-ish, you know what I mean? He said he'd come back after Notre Dame game, and he said, I'll tell you what, man, some things are changing. And that's a quick, and that was after a loss.
Well, you guys have been around this coaching staff. If they can get guys to visit, if they can get them on campus, they can sell them. Because, what they have, the attitude, the effort, that culture, just the good vibes going around there, it's contagious.
And don't forget the arms race that is their new digs over there.
It's pretty sweet.
Like, you just propelled yourself into the top facility visually. Yep. And then you add your Lamar Jackson leaping statue right up front.
I know.
Get my Miami guys up here and just.
How much does the Lamar effect help recruiting?
Oh, it's huge.
I mean, for what he did on Sunday and then to be so closely tied to Louisville.
Yeah, and we have two guys out there right now in Lamar and Donovan that are so open about Louisville.
Right.
I mean, Lamar Jackson just, what was it, a month ago in a camp press conference, he's talking, he's like, yeah, the fans come up and they talk. He said, I felt like I was back in Louisville. For him to say that, it's like, oh, man, that just rolls off the tongue. And to get all that. But one thing I was going to say is another thing it does is, as Matt was talking, he said something like, if they get them on campus, they commit. I feel like I say, and I know we're on two different levels with two different sports here, because I understand basketball, you're a little more elite.
It's so easy, though.
But you say, it's kind of the exact same stuff we were saying when Matt took the job. At some point, you have to acknowledge this Louisville thing in general.
There's a lot of parallels.
It's just a problem,
right.
for everybody else.
Yeah, you get more and more comfortable drawing the parallels. Quick commercial break. You no rush at all.
No, I'm here.
Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150 939 is the number on 939 the Ville.
I'm Billy Grants, owner of Cox's Smokers Outlet and Spirit Shop. Tailgating season is finally here, and we're stocked with all the craft and domestic beer, spirits, and cigars you'll need to celebrate your favorite team. Stop into one of our 18 neighborhood locations today.
Bright Spring presents the 2019 UPS Plane Pole, Pulling for a Purpose, benefiting Special Olympics Kentucky. You're invited to join a team to compete pulling a Boeing 757 or be a spectator on September 21st at UPS Worldport. Enjoy food, music, giveaways, and stop by the College and Career Fair to learn about UPS's opportunities where future you graduates debt-free. For more information, text Join the Team to 33588 or to apply now, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Most shoppers today fall into one of two categories. You could be like Dave, who settles for nothing but the finest.
I drive only European luxury sedans, wear the finest Italian leather shoes. My shirts are custom made, and I expect white glove service from those I do business with. I appreciate world-class brands, and at this point in my life, I just don't want to compromise on quality, no matter what I buy.
Or you might be like Steve, whose goal is to always get the best deal.
I'm frugal. I'm all about finding value. I want the best price, and I don't mind going out of my way to get it. I work hard for my money. I just want to make sure when I buy something, I can have confidence in knowing I'm not overpaying for it. Stop being cheap. It's being smart.
You never see these two guys in the same store, except for one.
That's why I shop at Genesis Diamonds.
Genesis Diamonds is that rare shopping experience where you can have it all. Uncompromising luxury and unbeatable value. Exceptional service and the guaranteed best price in America. A premium experience and a smart purchase. This is where the best of all worlds come together. Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza.
There comes a time in some people's lives where they wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say to themselves, oh my God, I'm going bald. If that's you, don't get depressed, because I have fantastic news for you. I'm Brandon Lang, best known for the movie Two for the Money, with Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey playing yours truly. When I decided to fix my baldness, I researched hundreds of doctors across the country before deciding on one of the best right here in your hometown, Parsley Waldman Hair Center of Louisville. My consultation was so easy, and as it turned out, more affordable than you could have ever imagined. Dr. Waldman and his staff treated me like family, and from the moment I walked in the door till the time I left, I was treated like royalty. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and let Parsley Waldman help you get your hair back and your self-confidence back as well. That is hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and take the first step to being young again.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Message and data rates may apply.
Do you want to learn how to get started making money flipping houses right here in Louisville? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll be introduced to our 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Louisville area who want to learn how to get started making money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Louisville is a perfect market for my system, and this week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where we'll share how to get started making money flipping houses and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 82,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 82,000 right now, because this free ticket offer expires this Friday. Just text your zip code to 82,000.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
You're going. Send Willinger in the meeting. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station.
What about since we're done with kind of the interviewing process, what about Willinger, dude? Just putting us, I mean, he just totally held us hostage on air. Well, I'll come in on Tuesdays. Oh, okay. What am I gonna say? No.
That was our idea that he took the baton and ran with it like he's supposed to.
If we say no, now the Alumni Association's mad. He's upset. You know, we're like, all right. So
every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Matt Willinger.
Yeah, listen,
Middays with Maben.
Hey guys, I got a new idea for the show.
I know.
Before you know it, he's renamed the Tuesday segments. And Brian, hey Brian, I need my music ready.
You know what I like?
I put together an intro.
Host Middays with Marcus Maben, Steve Rummage, and Matt Willinger.
The U of L Alumni Hour with Matt Willinger, 11 to 12 on Tuesdays.
Sean Moth. Oh, this is gonna be awesome, dude.
Actually,
that's pretty good. We can sell that.
We could sell that, right? I mean,
we can sell that. Yeah.
Come on, sponsors.
You can tell we've been doing radio too long. When you say we can sell that within the first 5 seconds of a good idea,
man.
You know it's a good idea.
But all jokes aside, I know Matt's a big Louisville fan, always has been, and he's went through it with us, so it's gonna be fun. And I actually have been. I told you when we text, we've always kind of wanted to jump on radio with you, so it's good. It's good.
It was really an inevitable thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are just connections that are bound to happen.
Yeah.
Louisville Card Nation is a magnet. One more time. Wild Horse Saloon. Give me all the details.
The official pregame fan party for all fans heading down to Western Kentucky, the Western Kentucky game this Saturday in Nashville. We've got you taken care of. It's the Louisville Athletics, Louisville Alumni, and President's Office coming together this Saturday. It's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time, so that's the biggest thing to remember. Wild Horse Saloon right there at 122nd Avenue, and what we'll provide, all you got to do is show up. We'll provide a barbecue buffet. handcrafted cocktail we're calling the Cardinal Spirit from our official bourbon partner, Maker's Mark. And then the really cool part is the free custom leather key straps from Clayton and Kroom. If you haven't seen them, jump on Instagram or Twitter. They're pretty trendy lately, but we're going to take care of all of that. Everything is free, no RSVPs needed, but you know how Cardinal fans are. It's first come, first served basis. So don't show up 10 minutes before it ends and expect to get taken care of.
People don't hit Matt Willinger with the "I need one for my grandmother and grandfather and great great."
Oh, no, I got 6 kids in the car. They all need one.
And if I give one to just one of the kids, and then the other 5 will get mad, so give me 13.
Just to make sure I got it covered.
Just don't do that. Just listen there.
Like the lady that walks out with 400 schedule posters.
Yeah, right.
Like, are you wallpapering your bathroom with schedule posters? Like, how many do you need?
Right. Like the value it will never be higher.
Right. I know.
Like you don't have to do
I feel
that.
awkward taking 2. You know, because I'm like, I don't know, I need one for my son.
One's for my mom.
One for my dad. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Like I've literally seen just at the Kroger, just
pick the stack up.
Like put that down.
I know.
Put that down right now.
I know.
So anything else you excited about with the season? I mean, basketball season will be coming up pretty soon.
Sports Siberia is over. So all summer long, it's the worst, but we are coming up on the best time of the year. You got NFL and college in full swing. Coach Max getting ready to start things off on his side of things. College basketball be in full swing. My Cubs probably won't be in the playoffs, but you got baseball coming up too. So, I mean, this is the fun time of year.
They won't be.
I know.
I got to throw it out there. I'm a Reds fan.
Very, very organic partnership just formed on this show, Matt. I do appreciate you coming in.
I love it. Thank y'all for having me in.
And looking forward to a lot more good shows on Tuesday. Again, that was a very, very natural thing because we didn't get the chance to continuously pick apart the Coach Satterfield interview. We're just going to go ahead and play that one in full, and I can go get some Advil. Take it away.
Excited to get back going to work this week. After getting a nice win this weekend, I think after watching the tape, I think our kids played hard, and particularly in the second half, came back out and really took care of business. Right